morning, that's right. Well, it's almost morning. The sun is rising, and we are here in beautiful Hudson Valley for the Balloon Festival. It's super exciting. Behind me is Smile High. This is going to be the balloon that they are going to be filling up, and they're doing tethered rides, which means you'll still be attached to the ground. Stay tuned for all the action. Who knows? Maybe I'll be going up soon. All right, so here we go. We're going up. Okay. Smile High. Excellent. Scott, how long have you been a balloonist?
So I started flying when I was 14 years old, and I'm 44 now, so I have 30 years under my belt already.
Congratulations! Happy anniversary! Happy 30th anniversary. What do you like best about this particular festival?
The amount of people that come out to support us, see the balloons. We get to take thousands of them on tether rides and meet all sorts of different kinds of great people.
What was the first balloon that you went up in? And tell us about that experience. Here we go. Here we go.
So since I grew up around ballooning, my first balloon ride was probably at like 2-3 years old with my father. He did this from day one of my life. So probably just one of his balloons sometime around 2 or 3 years old.
So it's really in your DNA. It's
Yes,
all
exactly.
you've ever known.
Yep.
Okay. So the way that it works is that this fuel that you go up says you're burning. So tell us the process.
Yep, so it's liquid propane that we have in tanks right by me here. So that's going to go up through these hoses, up through the burners to be vaporized or heated a little bit, and then shoot out as flame there. We'll use about half of the fuel during flight. Everything's FAA approved. This is an FAA aircraft, so everything gets checked out every year, just like the airplanes you fly in. Let me burn once.
So Smile High, and have you had other balloons over the course of time?
We have 5 balloons. We have 2 of them here today that'll be tethering and flying this morning. And then we've got a few others, different sizes to accommodate, different amount of passengers that we take up.
Now, sometimes when you fly a plane, you go to, flight school. What do you do when you want to be a professional balloonist?
Yeah, so you can learn from a commercial pilot. So a lot of people start crewing, and then they kind of want to learn, or you kind of grow up in a family around it, like I did. So you kind of just like get the bug and come out and crew a bunch. So here's a little landing. There's a bounce that we're gonna have here. And we're gonna start the tether rides, bring some people over here.
Well, hello and good morning. How are you? Have you been in this festival before?
Yes, I have. This is my second time here at this location flying. I attended the festival when I was up in Rhinebeck for a couple of years. So this is probably about the 7th year I've been here.
What made you decide to become a balloonist?
Oh man, I was raised around it. When I was 2 years old, I was first exposed to it with my parents. They took us to the park. We followed the balloon. And then ever since we've been around it, I had an opportunity to purchase a balloon back in 2014. Never looked back.
Now, do they sell balloons like on eBay? How does one find a balloon for sale? It seems like it would be a rare find.
So believe it or not, there's actually Facebook groups out there that you can go right on Facebook. There's hot air balloon yard sales or for sale. You can look on there. But a lot of times what we do is we get them from our peers. You crew for your peers, and then you end up getting in it that way.
Now, Scott from Smile High also told me that he started out kind of when he was around 2 as well. So I guess there's a whole community that builds up around balloonists.
Yes, 100%. Actually, Scott is the one that sold us our balloon. And I
Quinky dink, ding. Okay.
I traveled to festivals with Scott when I was younger, trying to get in, and then we bought our first balloon off of Scott. Then we bought this balloon off of Scott. So it's like a little family network.
I like that. What's the most important thing that you would want the viewers to know about Dude?
It's a crowd favorite. We actually, at home, we fly from a brewery because it says, "Dude, hold my beers" on the side of it, and it's a fan favorite.
Excellent. And how long is the process when you first move it off of the truck?
So when we start to move it off the truck, it takes about 20 minutes or so, 20, 25 minutes or so to set the balloon up. And then we fly anywhere between a half an hour to an hour usually. It depends on a multitude of things, fuel consumption, landing availability, and stuff like that. And then it takes about a half an hour to pack up. So all in all, it's about 2.5 hours worth of a process.
Joining us now is Kimberly. Kimberly, tell us about your experience and why you're here today.
The love of ballooning brings us here. I love this little festival. I've been coming for over 10 years. We've been in different locations. This is a fun little park. Been flying since 2006, but was a crew member long before it. But we come out here to the festivals to please the people and enjoy ourselves.
It says that you're a commercial pilot. Does that mean that you're able to take passengers?
Yes, I am. Yep. Private pilots can also take passengers. They just can't be for hire. They can cost share. But yes, I am a commercial pilot and I can take people for hire.
Now tell us about this particular balloon that you're piloting today.
It's a 2016 head envelope over a firefly basket. It's of the rainbow colors, and I'm so excited because it's just bright and shiny and fun. It's a 90,000 cubic foot balloon, so picture 90,000 basketballs, and that's kind of a good analogy. And it's about 70 feet tall.
Wow. And every time, does your heart just melt every time you see it go up?
It does. Yeah. Yes, I get excited every time.
I'm excited for you. This is going to be wonderful. And at what age did you start ballooning?
I think I started crewing in my late 20s. And then, just before I turned 40, at 38, I think, I got my commercial license. So I was crewing for Dwight while he was learning to fly, and then I decided I needed to too.
There you go, right? and so it begins. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. We've been living it up, literally living it up right here at the Balloon Festival. And your balloon that you're flying today?
Is the Alien, Earthbound. It was named at this festival years ago by the kids. The balloon came from Dubai. It had Arabic writing all over it, and nobody wanted it. So when we called the guy selling it in California, he said it's ugly and nobody wants the balloon. So we asked what kind of fabric it had, and he said it was great. My son had a dream to put two eyes on it and a nose. We showed up here, 4 years ago, and we were blowing it up, and I walked up to a bunch of the children, and I said, what is that? And it was all green. We took off, came back, they were still here. I said, what is that balloon? And they said, it's the Alien. That's a true story. We called it Earthbound, and now it's called Earthbound Alien because of this festival.
What made you decide to get into ballooning?
Oh my gosh, that's a long story. I made a flight back in 1979. Never saw a balloon in my life other than the Wizard of Oz. I made a flight. I had a private painting business. I went up in the air. I took my brother, who was one of my laborers, and we were in Albany, and we were up in the air with a pilot. He opened up champagne, and he says, how do you like it? And I said, I'll take one. And he looked at my brother. He says, what do you mean? He says, my brother answered him and said, when he says that, he means it. He says, you don't even know what it cost. The true story, wait till you hear this. We landed a balloon, and I quit work right on the spot. Wow. I went from a student to an instructor, raised 5 children, 2 doctors. I paid nothing to send them to school. Been all over the world. The sport's been good to me. The people here are fantastic. We love it. It's a tough area to fly, and you won't want me to keep talking because I'll go on and on.
Now, your son is here today as well. Tell us about him. Justin, is it?
No, that's Joel.
Joel.
Joel is my middle son. I didn't want to push him.
Justin rides the dude.
That's right.
Okay.
He's from my same area, too. My son used to put the balloon up, and I used to carry him when he was 6 months old on my shoulder. And believe it or not, in ballooning, I seem to fly a lot of women. I thought I was a good-looking guy. It's nothing to do with that. Women really get into the sport. Guys are scared of it. Yesterday, my son flew 3 ladies and 1 guy. The husband of the other lady wouldn't go. It's just a unique sport because they get into the aesthetics and the beauty. You can light a match in a balloon. No matter how fast you're going, it won't even flicker. So there's a real you can't even understand it. That's why the name of the company is Mystical Breeze, because it's something that's apparent to your senses, but not obvious to your intelligence. How do you explain flying in a hot air balloon in a basket, 2,000 feet, with a guy that doesn't know where he's going?
And doesn't know where he's going to land.
That's right. But it's
I love
generally,
the adventure of it.
it is. It's a great sport. And I mean, I love talking to you. I can keep going. There's other people you can talk to. My son's been doing it since he's honestly 6 months old. And
Congratulations and continued success to you. And I always feel like people should follow their passion.
yes, I'm very lucky. I know that. I'm
Do you pick up a paintbrush once in a while for your own house?
never. You have no idea. We are going to Australia later. All expenses paid. I've been to New Zealand. I don't mean to boast. The sport's been very good to me. It's just like here. You go places, you drop in, you spend time with the people, you get into their culture, and you hope not to disturb anything and have a great time.
Yeah, it's a beautiful life, right? Continued happy journeys to you. Nice to meet you.
Crowd's great. We love it.
Yay! Go ballooning! So tell us about your balloon. What are you flying today?
I'm flying Pico. It's the balloon official of our festival at St. Jean-sur-Richelieu. It's our festival 9 days in August. This is the balloon from the festival.
Lovely. And what made you decide to get into ballooning? I'll ask you both the same question.
Me, because my both parents are pilots, so I'm into it since I was born.
And yourself?
Yeah, I started in '96 with the whole pilot, and until that, I've just begun to do a chase crew, and after that, I'm coming pilot.
And how far are you hoping to fly today?
Oh, maybe 2,000 feet.
Okay. So you're going to go up 2,000 feet, and you're going to stay up for how long? And then when will you land here, or you're going to land somewhere else?
Oh, I land somewhere else.
Okay.
We land with this direction. I thought we land the other side of the hill.
Okay. And then the balloon comes down, and then how do you get it back to base? Or
Oh, yeah.
does the truck?
We have the chase crew coming to find us and get in the trailer and come back on the site.
Lovely. It's very exciting to meet you. What do you love best about ballooning?
In the air. For me, in the air, it's just be relaxed, have fun, and just floating on the air.
And in France, they originally had the champagne tradition. Tell us about any traditions that you have. And you're from Canada, correct?
Yes, we're from Canada. We also have the same tradition here, but we share the champagne with the landowner, or we can give a gift card certificate also.
Congratulations. It was nice to meet you both. Joining us now is Frank. Hello, and how are you today?
I'm wonderful. This is absolutely spectacular. We have the best weather weekend that we've had all summer long. Think back throughout the summer of 2023, every weekend was pretty much rained out, and we are so fortunate that this weekend really turned out great for our Hot Air Balloon Festival.
Now, are you like second generation, third generation family living in this general area? Tell us about your roots and why this means so much to you, this valley.
I'm actually sixth generation living in this area. My family came over here from all over the world, basically, back in the 1600s. And since then, we've settled in the Hudson Valley. We still have quite a lot of family here in the Hudson Valley. And I have now taken over as president and CEO for the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Now, I heard you have about 4,500 people that live in this vicinity, correct? But on an average, how many people come to your balloon festival? Seems like it's triple that amount.
Yeah, there's quite a lot more than that. There's over 300,000 individuals here in the county of Dutchess.
Oh, that's right, because this is just the town. 4,500 in the town. Okay, all right, the whole county's a little bigger.
Yeah, and we're centrally located, if you really think about where we are geographically, between New York City, Albany, and Boston. And Philly's not all that far away. Newark is not all that far away. So we really pull to this festival from about 7 surrounding states. That's where our demographics are. Usually it's a higher net worth individual that likes to come to this festival. But for whatever reason, they do travel because of the majestic hot air balloons. And it becomes something, yeah, it is. It's absolutely stunning.
And you have great sponsors. I know you can't name all of them, but are there a couple of key sponsors?
We certainly do. JP Morgan Chase and Company is certainly our presenting sponsor and have been for the last 4 years. We couldn't do it without the underwriting of those sponsors. Also, Bottini Fuel, who's a local fuel company, that's a family-owned business, and they underwrite all of the fuel for the hot air balloons throughout the entire weekend. So we're very grateful for that. And then iHeartMedia of the Hudson Valley, 92.1. We have Chris Marino, who's our hot air balloon buffoon, and then we also have radio personality Marissa, who's our Balloony Tune.
Now, have you been in a hot air balloon before?
I have been in a hot air balloon many times, and in fact, I have been working on getting my pilot's license. So in time.
Congratulations! Do you think you'll have it by next year?
It's probably doubted. With my schedule, it's very hard to log hours.
All right, okay, but you're going to do it eventually. And if you did, if you owned your own balloon, what would you call it and why?
That's a great question. I never really given that much thought, but I think it would depend on what the balloon looked like or what I chose.
Okay, so you're going to base it once you see that. People do that with their children. Did you know that? They look at the baby and they're like, yeah, you're not a Mike. Maybe you're a Fred. Like, they look at the child first. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know as though that I did that with my son. He's a Frank, so.
Well, congratulations to your long family American history here. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for inviting us. We've had a great time. We've met so many people, a lot of the people that are on the hill, watching the balloons, and people like the father and son team of Dave and his son Joel. We just had a great time. So thank you very, very much for inviting us.
Well, we're certainly glad you enjoyed it, and I would say to any of the viewers that are out there, if you're interested in being a part of this organization and this festival, go onto our website, balloonfesthv.com. All the information is right there. You want to buy your tickets early for next year because they do sell out each and every year.
So what happens is like when your car pulls in, you have to show your ticket. That's how it works, right?
Well, they show their tickets at a ticket booth, and we do have parking areas for individuals, and it's free to park.
Great. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for more. It's so much fun. Come ballooning with us. Up, up, and away. There's Ava and Evie. Welcome to the show. How are you both? Is this your first time here?
Yeah, it's our first time here. Yeah, we never, we just heard about it recently, so we came over to see what's going on.
Now, do you go to school in the area?
No, we actually live in New York City, but we drove upstate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I came from Long Island.
Oh, wow.
So I heard that this festival brings people together from all over the place. Even people from Canada came down.
Wow, that's that's crazy.
I mean, we're seeing a lot of diverse people today, too, so that makes that, yeah.
It's interesting, too, because it reminds me a little bit of the Thanksgiving Day parade, right? But those balloons are like floating, right? And they're like walking the balloons, and here they're like actually going up. What was your favorite moment today? What did you see that surprised you?
Honestly, just the diversity in like colors, so many beautiful balloons. Seeing them like come up, because I've never seen like a hot air balloon being set up and like actually the process of bringing it up. That was amazing. That was so cool to see.
Yeah, like the inflation, and then because we were curious about like how everything's like how they like get it started and like how it rises, and yeah.
It is impressive, right? Because and you don't know. And anytime they need it to go a little higher, they just give it another little burn. They go burn, and it goes back up. It's pretty exciting. I was able to do the tethered smiley face balloon. So if you don't want to go all the way up, then for around $25, they'll take you up just a little bit.
Yeah.
A sample.
Yeah, that's cool too.
And today, is there like something that you're looking forward to, like in terms of like going to any of like the booths or anything?
Yeah, we'll probably just walk around, visit.
Maybe trying some of the food later, just to see what
Fresh
it's.
donuts here, I heard.
Oh,
Wow, that's exciting.
So if you walk a little closer, you can actually smell them. It smells like funnel cakes, but it's delicious. Anyway, thank you very much to both of you for joining me. Happiness to you. What brings the two of you down here today?
Well, we've been doing this for at least, over 10 years, where iHeartMedia is a very tight partnership with Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce. We do all kinds of events with them, and this is one of our favorite events. It's the flagship event for the Chamber. My first time being part of the early morning launches. I've been doing this, in the afternoon. I got so jealous because the early morning is when the likelihood of the balloons going up. This is the one festival, Donna, that weather permitting. It's very, very frustrating when the weather doesn't cooperate, but when it's like this weekend where every single launch went up, it's awesome. And Marissa, is this your first year doing this?
It's my very first year being here as a spectator, being a part of this, and it's just the most breathtaking thing ever.
What do you love about iHeart?
I love everything about it, but I love how involved we are with our community. So I'm not really from around this side of the river. I'm on the other side of the river, and I've been so immersed in Dutchess County, going to all the towns, going to all the different events, and we're so friendly with our community. We become like a big, giant family, which is so special.
I think whoever branded iHeart did a good job, too.
Yeah,
right?
I think so, too. What's interesting, Donna, is that, we're a big company, right? You're part of a big company. But we get to and have the latitude to be involved in our communities, like Marissa says, and to enjoy that relationship. We could be in Los Angeles, Miami, we could be Boston. We love being here in the Hudson Valley. I'm raising my boys here. Marissa is, getting ready to start her next chapter of her life here, and we're just enjoying being the part of the fabric here. And this is just one of many events that we get to take part in. And, it doesn't, fall from our thoughts that it's a privilege to have this relationship, that we are allowed, that they accept us, we accept them. It's part of our morning show each morning, too. We do the morning Merino in the morning with Marissa. And we're about 6 months into our partnership. And
Congratulations!
Yeah. And Q92, our parent station, out of all of our brands for iHeart, really, truly has a very tight relationship with the community. So we're excited. Yeah.
Do you ever listen to your, I guess you can't really listen to yourself on the radio, but you could listen to your station on the radio, right? And the reach it's further than you would think it is, right? The frequency reaches a really large, vast amount of places.
And as you know, even with all the content that, your program and podcasting and so forth, the iHeartRadio app is a game changer where you could be in Japan and listen to our show. You can be on the moon and did they put it on the moon yet?
Wait.
Marissa. They're getting there. But no, it really
Marino and Marissa on the moon.
Marino and Marissa on the moon, a lot of M's. But that truly, the technology has been a game changer. We've noticed a lot of our listeners will, you're right, they're in the car, they get us on 92.1. They get into their place of work or business, they plug in their earbuds or they put it on the computer and they can listen. So it's awesome, yeah.
Now, what took you guys the ability to do a remote? How can you broadcast from here?
No, you got this one.
You
got this one.
Well, we both get in the middle there. Again, said technology, we're able to have one computer talk to another computer. We have a laptop here. It seems simple, but and that's really, it's gotten much better over the years. It used to be much more of a big process to broadcast remotely, but now, it's simply one computer talking to another, and it's crystal clear. Yeah. Yep.
And did you notice that he's got a name on his shirt, Marissa?
Yeah, he's the balloon buffoon. I'm the balloony tune. Yes. So since I'm new this year, I haven't worn my brand yet.
We gotta get her a shirt. Yeah.
That has that embroidered on it. If not, I think there's an airbrush artist here. We could just airbrush your T-shirt or something like that. So, what made you so joyful about today? Was there a special moment when you saw the balloons go up that just because it's your first time?
I know, it's so special just seeing them all blow up. They look so small, and once they get in the air, you see everybody running over to start taking their pictures, and the fact that there's ones with smiley faces. We had the Pico character. It's just so special. Then the sun starts to rise. You see everyone just out in the picnic field, just smiling and taking it all in. I'm like, this is 1 in a million opportunity. It was just a sight to see.
Yeah, golden moments like this. We need these moments that make us have some joy in our life. There's so much craziness going on, but here it's just relaxing. It's like a Zen kind of moment. You see people that are just kind of meditating out on the field, and you said, the sunrise.
They actually do yoga, sunrise yoga here. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, and Donna, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, again, for all the folks that your program reaches, it is a little secret that we have here in the Hudson Valley, that it really is a beautiful pocket of just existence. It really, I can't put it any other way that, this is a bliss. It really is. Every place has it. We have our problems just like anywhere else, but for the most part, this is what you see.
A little bit of nirvana.
Harmony, all different cultures and all different walks of life coming together united. And I wish we could take all the politicians and bad people and put them up in a balloon.
There you go.
This is what it's out. Look down, fellas and ladies. This is why we need to work together and bring harmony to our daily lives.
Yeah. Beautiful valley here. I did have a beautiful and joyous time. And there's gyros here. There's wild bills. There's all kinds of fun things. Food. Yeah, sure. There's food vendors. There's craft vendors. There's lots of fun things to do. And if you couldn't make it this year, we all three invite you to come next year. It's always around the same weekend, same time of year.
Yeah, they started this about 3 years ago. The pandemic had it moved from July to this weekend. And, Marissa's heard me say it a million times. It's become a nice bookend to the summer, where Memorial Day events will kick off Memorial Day. This Labor Day weekend, it's, until we find out differently, this will always be Labor Day weekend. And you could bookmark the website. It exists year-round, balloonfesthv.com. And to your point, Donna, get tickets for 2024. Let's go.
Because they sold out today, right?
Yeah,
and then, or they're sold out tonight, I think.
They are.
So
every year.
So I'm Donna Drake.
I'm Chris Marino.
I'm Marissa Quintama.
And we're signing off from the Balloon Fest. Be well. Bye.